Welcome back, family. This is your boy ED. For all you smart and intelligent folks out there, listen, that just simply means Ed. Welcome back for another video. I just said welcome back. I don't know. I'm just excited. Today's topic is one of my favorite. I hope it becomes your favorite. And the question is, now you know that I'm just not going to unpack what does WBS stand for. That I had to make the face. I'm sorry. But I'm just not going to do that. What I am going to do is I'm going to say, what does WBS stand for in project management? And I want to give you 3 reasons why it's valuable. Again, reason why WBS is valuable. A lot of project managers I've come across have leveraged WBSs, and sometimes they don't. Now, if someone asks me, would you recommend me having a WBS as part of my project? I would say yes. Is it required? No. But is it useful and helpful? Yes, and let me show you why. There's 3 reasons why, and there's a plethora of reasons why a WBS, which is very effective and why it works. But first, what does WBS? What does that acronym stand for? WBS. What does that mean? Winning because so. Oh, that's not it. Okay, how about this? I think it stands for what become should. That's not it either. Okay, forget it. Let's look behind the paper and see what does a WBS acronym stand for. Work breakdown structure. That's interesting. A work breakdown structure. I can talk about that for days, but you asked the question, what does the acronym stand for? And again, I still want to over deliver. I still want to give you some value. I still want to give you those 3, and I do mean 3 quick tips. And again, there are a plethora of information as far as reasons why you should use a WBS. So here goes my 3 that I love. Communication points. Ooh, I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you again and again and again. Nothing makes a successful project when you have amazing communication points. When I know as a stakeholder, I'm up next to bat. When I know as a stakeholder that once this person finishes with their particular item, I'm up next. I think that was the same thing, but it just sounded so good saying it a different way. It also lets the team know how the project is moving. Now I know all my project nerds out there because I'm a project management nerd. We're going to say, well, what about the schedule? The schedule can show you the same thing. And you're absolutely right. No, I won't say you're wrong. But what I will say is, I love what the WBS or work breakdown structure. It shows you the communication conversion points of when people are going to intersect with other teams, when and what to expect. Again, I mean, because it's broken down. That's why they call it the breakdown. The key word is breakdown, because what it does is a WBS breaks down almost to the smallest element. So it gives you a high level overview and then breaks it down really well to let you know as a stakeholder what is going on. So let's jump into value point number 2. And again, there are so many values out there because I understand how this goes, but there are so many values. These are some of the ones that I love and enjoy, and I couldn't put them all up on a whiteboard. So I just shook it in a hat and said, okay, these are the 3 I'm going to go with, because these are the 3 that do mean something to me either way. Second one is visual of entire scope. Now, and I'm going to say this again. I've said it in other videos about scope, which I know I'm going to do a whole talk and basically presentation on scope. But the reason why a visual of the entire scope is important is that I love here. This is what I love. I've always heard someone say, if you don't know where you're going, any direction will work. Okay, you don't like that one? How about this? If you don't have a point of reference as far as the goal or the thing you want to achieve, any goal or achievement that comes to your doorstep will work. So that's the whole point of having a visual of the entire scope. See, when you have a visual of the entire scope, you're able to see the required work that we agreed on collectively as a team of being our scope to say this is how we're marching forward. No, 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 John, you can't put this in here. That's not part of the scope. No, Jill, we just had an understanding that this is our scope. Because you see, a lot of times you have people want to come and add benefits and features, and because it's like, well, the customer will probably want that. Well, that is called gold plating. But again, we'll talk about that another time. No, this is what we agreed on. We agreed on this with the customer. We showed the customer the scope. The customer signed off on the scope. And that too, again, family, is very important that you make sure that if this is a customer-led project, when I mean customer-led, let's say you're working with a customer off-site and you and this customer, you guys agree on what the scope is, make sure they sign off on what the agreed scope is. Because if not, whew, but we'll talk about that at another video. But family, that would be, you'll wish that you came back and watched this video over and over and over again because of getting that sign off, that signature on what the agreed upon scope is. But anyway, back to the work breakdown structure. Yes, the work breakdown structure, or also known as the WBS, will show you kind of what, well, not kind of, but what the actual entire scope is of this project. Okay, let's go to the last and final thing, not forgetting. What does that mean, not forgetting? Well, let's see what the other part says. Deliverables are not forgotten, excuse me. How many times I'm gonna talk to my intermediate and experienced project managers. How many times have you forgot a actual deliverable? I'll wait. This is when I'll cue up the music for the do. What's that Jeopardy joint? Music. Okay, but anyway, we don't have that right now. This is just history in the making right here. But anyway, what I will say to you is that when you have a WBS, what I love about this, and again, my third and final point, is the opportunity that you have to put all the deliverables there. So everyone knows, and again, I know, my project management nerds are going to say, well, again, schedule. And I'll leave it at that. But the point I'm trying to make is, family, on a serious note, because I always like poking fun at myself as a project management nerd. So I poke, why not? I mean, we only got one life to live. Why don't you enjoy and have fun? But I digress on that. But anyway, deliverables are not forgotten. The reason why deliverables are not forgotten, because they're broken down in such a way that you have no choice but to remember them. Especially if you have an exceptional project manager that when he or she comes into the meeting, the first thing they do is they go over the risk and or issues, and then they bring up the work breakdown structure. When they bring that up, they're able to show where the project is. And then you also can bring up your schedule. Here we go, my project management nerds, to align what the dates are, because the dates are not going to be on there on the WBS. So what the work breakdown structure is really key for you, family, when you are actually building out your project. So I'm a fan of the WBS. I think it's very effective and is very needed. And when you're running a project, is it required? Again, that's subjective. I mean, sometimes you may need a WBS. I mean, sometimes you may feel like, or you feel that your project needs a WBS. And sometimes it doesn't require it. But again, that's up to you as a project manager. That's why you're watching this information. So if it was up to me, every project will have a WBS, because again, looking at these 3 points, it really addresses, hey, where are we at from a project standpoint, where we're at, no problem. It lets me know the deliverables that are not forgotten. It also shows me the entire scope at the same time, while I'm able to articulate through the work breakdown structure of the different communication verges that are actually going to happen along the way. Hey family, if you really enjoyed that video, I hope you check out this other video either here, and by the way, leave a comment. What are you looking at? What would you like to hear from me? What are some things that have been interesting you as far as a project manager, as far as just development as a whole? I hope that you continue to rock with me. Again, this is your boy ED. Until next time, I'm out.